You did not imagine it. Something inside you has been quietly asking a question you have not dared to say out loud, not because you lack faith, not because you stopped believing, but because time kept moving, and the thing you were sure God would already have done did not happen yet. And now the thought slips in when you are tired, when you are alone, when the noise finally stops. What if I was forgotten? What if I was overlooked? What if God moved on to everyone else and somehow skipped me? Listen to me closely. I know exactly where you are standing right now. I know the weight you are carrying behind your calm face. I know how many times you told yourself to be patient, to stay strong, to trust longer than feels reasonable. And I know how heavy it becomes when waiting turns into wondering if your prayers still reach heaven, wondering if your name still matters, wondering if this season means something or if it is just empty space. But I need you to hear this before anything else settles in your heart. You are not forgotten, not for a second, not in this delay, not in this silence, not in this chapter that feels quiet and unfinished. What feels like absence to you is not absence to me. What feels like nothing happening is not nothing at all. There are things happening around you that you cannot see yet, and things happening within you that you would not recognize if they were rushed. Here is the fear you do not say out loud. Not that I am silent, but that I noticed everyone else and passed you by. You watch others move forward. You see doors open for them. You hear testimonies, breakthroughs, answered prayers, and you stay where you are, trying to celebrate while something inside you asks why it has not happened for you yet. That fear feels shameful, so you bury it. You keep praying polite prayers, strong prayers, faith-filled prayers. But beneath them all is a quieter question. Did I miss my moment? You did not, and I did not forget. You are measuring this season the way humans measure things, by movement, by visibility, by results that can be explained. But I do not work only where you can observe me. Some of my most important work happens in places you cannot see, in ways you cannot track, in seasons that look unproductive from the outside. Roots grow in darkness, foundations are laid underground, and preparation often feels like nothing is happening at all. You assume that if you cannot point to progress, there must be a problem. But stillness does not mean stagnation. Silence does not mean neglect. And waiting does not mean you were forgotten. You think being remembered means being rewarded quickly. But I remember you differently than that. I do not remember you based on what you produce. I do not remember you based on how useful you are. I do not remember you because you perform well under pressure. I remember you because you are mine by name, not by output. Before you did anything right, before you failed, before you doubted, before you waited this long. I knew you, and I have not lost sight of you now. This season is not punishment. It is not rejection. It is not proof that you are behind. It is alignment. There are things you are not ready to carry yet. Not because you are weak, but because timing matters. You keep asking me to move faster, and I keep protecting you from arriving too early. Because what I am preparing you for requires more than excitement. It requires depth, stability, roots that will not collapse under weight. Now pray with me. God, I bring you the fear I tried to hide, the fear that I was forgotten, the fear that I was overlooked, the fear that I waited too long and missed what you had for me. I release comparison. I release timelines that are not mine. I release the need to understand everything before I trust you. Give me peace without explanations. Give me rest without answers. Teach my heart to trust you, even when nothing around me seems to change. I place this season back in your hands, not demanding proof, not rushing the process, but choosing to believe that you are still working. Even here, stay with me a little longer. You do not need to figure this season out today. You do not need to force clarity. You do not need to punish yourself for feeling tired of waiting. You are not forgotten between chapters. I do not abandon stories halfway through, and I do not forget what I promised. What feels like delay is often placement. What feels like silence is often protection. And what feels like nothing may be the very space where everything is being set in order. Come back to this prayer when the doubt returns. Come back when the waiting feels heavy again. I will still be here, and I will not forget you.